This video will showcase the integration between Procore and Dexter+Chaney's Spectrum construction ERP software. To start, I would like to walk through the integration map. These are the items that can be synced between your project management system in Procore and your accounting system in Spectrum. On this diagram, the items with an orange arrow pointing from left to right indicate those that can be created in Procore and exported or pushed into Spectrum. Those with a green arrow, going from right to left, indicate those items that can be created in Spectrum and then imported or pulled into Procore. Some of the items here, like these three, show the orange and green arrows going in both directions. This indicates there is a bidirectional integration for these items, meaning they can be created in Procore and exported to Spectrum, but they can also be created in Spectrum and imported into Procore. Starting at the top, if you're adding a new company to your Procore company directory that is also a vendor that needs to be tracked in Spectrum, you can easily export the company information from Procore to Spectrum to create the vendor record there. And since this is an area where we see a bidirectional integration, when new vendors are created in Spectrum, they can also be easily imported into the Procore company directory. Moving down to the next row, any new project that is created in Spectrum can be imported into Procore. And since this is also an area where we have a bidirectional integration, new projects created in Procore can be exported to Spectrum to create a job record there. Once a project is synced between Procore and Spectrum, you can start using the financial aspects of the integration, such as recording your commitments and commitment change orders for it in Procore. Once they are in Procore, you can export that information back down to Spectrum, where it is used to create a subcontract or a subcontract change order. On the next row, we see another area with bidirectional integration. Once your project is synced with a job in Spectrum, you have the flexibility to decide to enter your budget information for the project in Procore and export it to Spectrum, or if you prefer, you can continue entering your project estimate in Spectrum, and from there it can be imported into Procore with the click of a button. Once your project and budget are synced up, you can start taking advantage of what many consider to be the biggest benefit of the integration with Spectrum, which is the retrieval and display of the cost information being entered on a daily basis for these jobs in Spectrum. For each of your integrated projects, your project managers will be able to see their direct and job-to-date costs by cost code in the Procore budget tool, giving them more visibility into how they are doing in terms of actual costs versus the estimated or budgeted costs, without having to request this information from your accounting team. As new cost transactions are entered in Spectrum, the information is automatically synced up to the Procore budget, making it available to your project teams, helping them make more informed decisions while in the field. To give you an idea of how the integration works, I would like to jump into Procore and walk through the process of exporting a budget. So here I am in Procore, on the Portfolio tab at the company level, and I have quite a few projects here that have been synced with Spectrum. Each project in Procore that is synced with a job in Spectrum is denoted by this green ERP linked banner. Let's go into one of these synced projects. As it stands right now, I have a budget entered for the project, but it has not yet been exported to Spectrum. To export it, I will need to go into the Budget tool. You can see that the budget is here in Procore, so now we can send it to Spectrum. To do this, the first thing we will need to do is click the Send to ERP button in the top right corner, but you may have noticed that it's grayed out. This button is only available once the budget has been locked. And now that the budget is locked, the Send to ERP button is available, so I'll go ahead and click it. The budget is now ready to be exported to Spectrum, but it doesn't happen automatically. With the integration, anything that is going to be exported to your accounting system must first be approved by someone at your organization who has been designated as an accounting approver. The Send to ERP button is your way to get the budget to the accounting approver, who can then review it and decide if they want to accept it and go forward with the export to Spectrum, or reject it back to you to make changes before it's exported. The accounting approver will do this at the company level on the ERP Integrations tab. In this case, it is a budget that is waiting to be exported, so we will go to the Budget sub-tab and to the Ready to Export filter. Here you can see the budget awaiting review is the one that we just sent to ERP from within the Budgets tool. We have two options here, to reject it or to accept and export the budget to Spectrum. If we select Reject, a comments area appears where notes can be entered. The notes entered here are included in an email that will be sent to the person who sent this budget to ERP, letting them know their entry was rejected. Alternatively, if we select Accept, the Export button appears. And all we need to do to get this sent down to Spectrum is click it. This may take a moment to complete. When it does, the message here will change to show that it was successful. The next time you return to this screen in Procore, the budget will no longer be listed on the Ready to Export filter. Instead, you will find it listed under the Synced filter. Now here I am in Spectrum on the job dashboard for the project I just exported a budget for. In the Job Analysis section, we can see the estimate amount that was entered in Procore now appears for this project. And if I go to the cost activity, we can see the details for each cost code that was included in the budget that was exported. Thanks for watching.